Greetings, and welcome to another edition of I Pledge the Grind podcast, the podcast all about how people are grinding it out in an entire pandemic. Some people not letting their grind stop. And today I have with me a gentleman that has been grinding for a very long time from Memphis 10, and he's all about the issues. He's been performing for forever, like as long as I've known him. He's a former guest of the Verbally Effective podcast, and he's not in Memphis right now because he is over the artist in residency at Georgetown in DC, cutting up. What's up, Marco Pave? How are you?
What it do? I'm good.
You look good. You look good and happy. You smiling. I see your energy is looking wonderful. Do you miss Memphis?
I was just in Memphis. I came back. I got back to DC Saturday.
Really?
So I was in Memphis the whole summer.
Oh, wow.
Gained about 15 pounds.
I see you done got a little shot. Ain't no wrong with that.
Hey, I was eating Pops tamales every day. And
yes, you missed that Memphis.
Yep.
I see you ain't lost the mane. I see that Memphis twang still in that vernacular.
That's all day. That's all day. They hate it up here too. I got up here, they was like, oh man, you country. You
really?
Real country, man.
They love to say we country, don't it? Whatever, they country too. Okay, well, Marco, I want you to tell everybody who you are and about your grind. I mean, because you've done a lot of things, and currently, I mean, you're heading up a big project over there at Georgetown. So tell everybody what's going on with you.
I'm Marco Pave. I'm a hip hop artist, social activist, librettist. Anything creative, I'm with it. You know, I'm into marketing, just like anything that I can use my brain to change or challenge or fix or alter something. That's what I'm all about. And so, with the artist in residency program at Georgetown, this is just a continuation of my legacy and lineage. In 2015, I did a TED Talk about entrepreneurship. And, one of the talking points of that TED Talk was basically to create more opportunities like a residency for artists to be able to sit within their power as artists and just create. And it don't always have to be like a product. It can be, I'm one of my best talents is finding the right people to do the thing that I saw or see needs to be done. That's curation. And so having this platform to be able to curate things where it's not necessarily me always having to create something has been super dope. And I'm just ready to keep pushing it.
Wow, that is a huge accomplishment to be over there at Georgetown. Like, how did that come about, Marco?
Yeah, so I got married in 2014. So this my wedding photo on my necklace. So but my wife was recruited. She was recruited heavily by Georgetown to come to their African American Studies program. And so, we both Memphis natives, and it was kind of like,
perfect
for us to get up and move, for me to move and leave Memphis and leave everything that I built. It only made sense for them to, negotiate with me on bringing me on board for something like this. So that's how it happened.
That worked out perfectly, right? Wow. Okay, so Marco, tell me about March 2020, March 12th, when the pandemic hit. What happened in your world? What changed?
I was in Bolivia, South America.
What?
Cochabamba, Bolivia. I was in Bolivia for this next level program. So I'm a cultural ambassador to Bolivia, a hip hop cultural ambassador to Bolivia. So this was our residency. It had started. We heard about the news, COVID was happening, but we was like, nah, we finna do it anyway. And so we get there. The residency was supposed to be like three weeks. And we get there, everything is cool, it's beautiful. Coach Obama's just like, it's amazing. Like, I still wake up thinking about it sometimes. Just like, everything's cool. But then by day 3, there was a report of somebody having COVID case in La Paz. La Paz is the next city up. And things started to shift. And this is through the government. So, we getting firsthand information about everything. And so they gave us an option. They were like, well, y'all can stay a few more days and try to wait and do the concert, or y'all have to leave immediately. Wow. And basically by day 2, we had to be rushed out of the country. And I had to go through Brazil to get out of Bolivia, and then it was a 9-hour flight back from Brazil to DC, where we started the quarantine. So
wow, I know you was like, damn. Yep.
My whole little trip canceled.
Wow, how long were you there until you had
total? It was like we was there for a week. And so it was more, I don't remember the exact dates, but it was around that time, March 12th, something like that. Well, where we had to, pack it up and dip.
Dang, yeah, COVID kind of struck and shook up everybody's world, right? So, as a hip hop artist, how did that affect your world? Because I know you perform everywhere. So what happened with that? Was it a bunch of cancellations? Like, what happened? Because I know you didn't stop your grind, though.
Yeah, it was a lot of cancellations. So my last performance technically was in Bolivia. So I performed for a group of their students, basically the whole community that we was with. So I performed. That was my last time performing. And Coach Obama's so crazy because it has a higher elevation than even like Denver, Colorado. So I was out of breath and all of that, but that was like my last performance. And so once I got back to DC, to the States, stuff started getting canceled left and right. So within the first week of everything kicking off, I probably lost like $7,000 just out the window, just gone.
You independent. You've always been independent, so I know you keep up with that money now.
Yeah, so it was gone. So but then I'm blessed, and I'm highly favored. I'm gonna say that off top. And so the pandemic really did not affect me other than losing those performances. I was good because the beauty of the pandemic was the Uncorked movie was coming out, and Uncorked dropped. And it was supposed to be a South by Southwest.
Yes.
So all of that was canceled. All of my opportunities to perform for the audience and for the fans of Uncorked was canceled. But with the pandemic, basically everybody was watching Netflix at the same time.
Yes.
When the movie dropped. So
we still watching it.
And so the movie went to number 1 within like a week of coming out. I had 2 songs in that movie. And they just didn't help me, ever since. So it was that. And then what else? I can't talk about that, but that
you can't talk about that. Yes, you can.
I'm working on a secret project. It's a
okay. Well, you're gonna give me the exclusive. I know very soon, right?
Yeah, when it dropped, I got you.
Yes, you keep a lot of irons in the fire. I know, Marco.
Yeah.
Wow. So okay, pandemic hit, but you still grinding it out. You over there at Georgetown. What changed at Georgetown for you? Because I know the residency is still going on, right? Or no?
It's still going on, but a lot of stuff has changed. Just like, last year it was free, it was easy peasy. Them folks I had a corporate card and just like, what I'm saying? We doing it big, we living it up. And the pandemic really, shut a lot of stuff down because they was facing like a financial crisis, students not coming, or they having to face, are we going to, lower this tuition from $70,000 to $35,000 or, something like that. And so money is tight. That's the main thing. So, getting my people paid on time, speakers that I bring, that's difficult because they're juggling trying to stay financially afloat in the midst of the pandemic. So that's the most change. And then also organizing virtual events. Like that's not my forte. I'm an in-person type of dude. So just having to adjust to that has definitely been a challenge.
Well, you're adjusting because you have a huge virtual concert coming up. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so October 30th is called Soundtrack for Life. And basically I'm bringing in all the aspects of my last year of creativity. So I'm bringing the music supervisors that I've met, the music supervisor from Insecure, Queen and Slim,
Wow.
you name it. Kier Lehman, that's him. And then Morgan Rhodes, music supervisor for Selma, for Dear White People, and movies like that. Is speaking as well. And so it's basically music and film and how important music is to movies. And then I'm going to perform at the end, and a DC native, Bo Young Prince, is going to perform, and he had like a huge placement in Into the Spider-Verse, and that song got like 40 million streams just from being featured in that movie. So yeah.
So this is going to be a live event on October 30th, right?
Live event.
How can people tune in?
So yeah, you can. It's gonna be on Twitch, but definitely just go to my Instagram and click the link in the bio. It's definitely there. You can find it at RSVP. It's on Eventbrite. You can search for Soundtrack for Life, and once you RSVP, you will get the Twitch link on the day of.
Wow, amazing. See, I know COVID wasn't stopping that grind because you're too creative for that, Marco. Now, I want you to let everybody know, what's the biggest lesson you've learned since the impact of COVID?
The biggest lesson that I would say is that slowing down is not a problem, or it shouldn't be a problem. It wasn't I had to learn to not make it a problem for myself. And, the first few weeks, I'm like, oh man, I'm mad because I lost out on this money. But if I really think about it, I was stretching myself so thin for $7,000 that money wasn't, if we break it down, I'm making minimum wage. Like,
right.
So
like breaking your body down, like you needed their rest probably.
Exactly. So that's been the biggest thing for me, just being able to say, like, yo, chilling and resting is cool. And also we've, as a society, we've been doing too much. And sometimes you got to slow down and speed up. But then for me, just keeping a steady pace of continuing my grind without overworking myself and stressing out and feeling unworthy or things like that is what I've been working on.
Yes, sir. Well, Marco Pave, you continue to pledge the grind. I appreciate you today for sharing all of the wonderful information on how COVID, has affected your world, but you're still grinding it out here. You got this big virtual show coming up October 30th. Give everybody your social media so they can follow you and check out this virtual show and everything you got coming up in the future. Yeah,
for sure. I'm King of Marco on everything. King of Marco, KingofMarco. That's on Twitter, Instagram, on Twitch as well. King of Marco on Facebook, / King of Marco. So yeah, I'm the same thing on everything. So let's see.
Yes, and you keep representing for the M-Town, Marco. You doing your thing out there in Georgetown in DC. How that DC life treating you?
It's good. I mess with it. It's been good. I found like a lot of different wellness practices that I was into. Like COVID has messed that up too. I was really getting into a groove of going to the sauna every day, and boxing classes, and just doing all that good wellness and health stuff for myself. And then boom, all of that shut down. So I'm trying to get back into that after this 14-day quarantine that I'm currently on once I got back to DC. So yeah.
Well, I know you're going to work it out. You're going to work it out. You're going to shed some of that little weight you had gained in there.
Yeah, I got to get that. Yep.
All right. Well, you tell wifey we said hello as well. And thank you so much, Marco, for being our
For
guest
sure.
today on I Pledge to Grind.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.